What is going on, guys? This your dude Shopmaster. I know you don't see my face. I'm having a little technical issues with my camera, and I got Deuce Douglas on the line, but for some reason he can hear me, but I can't hear him. So we're having all kinds of technical issues today on Game Changers Live. But the show must go on, and we're gonna do the best we can with what we got. So guys, I appreciate y'all hanging in there. As you know, we're gonna do a lot of CFM today. Hopefully this stuff works. I've been having problems. I got home late. I've been having problems with my OBS and everything else. So I don't know how smooth this is gonna go, but you can hear my voice, and that's gonna have to be good enough for now until I get my mic fixed. Now, not my mic fix, but my video, my audio, my camera fix. So guys, what is going on with everybody? Appreciate everybody joining. We got like 30 days until Madden NFL 17. So remember, guys, you can get 10 hours of Madden NFL 18. You can get 10 hours of Madden NFL 18 on starting August 17th. Which is my birthday. So on my birthday, you can play for 10 hours Madden NFL 18. All you have to do is have EA access, and you can do that. Now, if you don't have EA access, then the next chance you'll be able to do it is if you order the GOAT version of Madden NFL 18, and then you can play it on August 22nd. And then if you don't get the GOAT version and you just say, you know what, I'm just going to get the regular version of Madden, then you have to wait till the 25th. So remember those dates. August 17th, EA access. August 22nd, the GOAT edition. And then August 25th, the regular edition. Now, you can also win a free copy of Madden NFL 18. All you have to do is stick that like button, subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel, and I am doing a free drawing for that. Yes, somebody asked how much is the GOAT version. I believe it's $80, and you get a lot of stuff and a lot of MUT stuff. So if you're definitely in the MUT, that's definitely probably the way to go with that. I don't know. That's a good question, Tuck. What else? I want to say. You know what? I can look it up real quick. But you should get a number of things when you order the GOAT edition. EA access is $50. I believe it's $50 for EA access, and you get some good games free. And then the one thing is you also get to trials of the new games that come out. So I'm pretty sure like Madden you'll get 10 hours free. I'm not sure if they're going to do that with NBA Live, but that definitely would be something to consider if you're especially a big in live. So if you pre-order, you receive the greatest Madden NFL offer to date with 3 days of early full game access to Madden NFL 18 GOAT edition. The GOAT edition, you get to choose one of 5 elite GOAT players, and I mean everybody knows who the GOAT players are. It's either Tom Brady, Barry Sanders, Ray Lewis, Deion Sanders, or Jerry Rice. So you get one of those GOAT players. You also get to select one of 32 elite players in Madden NFL 18 Ultimate Team. So depending on your favorite team, like for me, I'm a Redskins fan. My elite player would be Jordan Reed. So not sure what everybody else's guy is, but let me know who your favorite team is, and I can tell you who that GOAT player is for that. All right, Isaac. Okay, Isaac said he's getting the GOAT edition. That's what's up. Yes, EA Access is only for Xbox One, and like Jedi says, you get it for $5 a month. Cancel anytime. So, I mean, why not do it? All right. So if the Cowboys GOAT player is, I gotta find them. Oh, Ezekiel Elliott. The Patriots is Julian Edelman. The Panthers is Luke Kuechly. So Miami Dolphins is Jarvis Landry. You get Jarvis Landry. 49ers, you get Carlos Hyde. Carlos Hyde? No, not Bowman. You get Carlos Hyde. The Giants, you get Odell Beckham Jr. So there's some pretty, I don't know, like elite card of Carlos Hyde. I guess. I guess. Giants, again, you get OBJ. Yeah, I don't understand it. Like, but I'm trying to think, like, who would be their best player on San Francisco? Who, like, I'm not a big San Francisco fan, so I don't know who the elite player on San Francisco is. What's up, Trigger? How you doing, man? I mean, the Eagles got Carson Wentz. So, I mean, I guess it all depends on the team and if they even, you know, have guys like that. Really, the only two people I really see, you know, that could be questionable is the Carlos Hyde and the Jaguars, Blake Bortles, and then Carson Wentz for the Eagles. Everybody else, I'm like, okay, they could be bona fide, you know, elite players. So once again, if you get the GOAT edition, you get the full game, you get one elite player from your favorite team, you get 5 Madden Ultimate Team squad packs, you get 7 Madden Ultimate Team squad packs. So that's a total of 12 Madden Ultimate Team squad packs. Don't know what a squad pack is, but you get 12 of them. You get one elite GOAT player, like I said, Ray Lewis, Tom Brady, Barry Sanders, Deion Sanders, Jerry Rice. You get 2,500 contracts, which I think is weak. You get 1 MUT uniform pack, but most of all, you get to play the game 3 days early. So you get to play 3 days early. And again, you can also, if you want to play it even earlier than 3 days, then you go ahead and get the EA Access on Xbox One. So if you get the EA Access, members save 10% on all EA digital purchases. So that's one thing. If you're big into MUT, you definitely might want to do the EA Access and get the 10% off on all digital purchases. So that includes Madden Ultimate Team packs, game purchases, and more. Plus, you'll be able to try the newest EA games before they're released and play more games in the vault, which grows, you know, as they keep doing it. The Cushman said, did they fix block sheds in Madden 18? It depends on what do you think fixed is. Do you feel like there was too many block sheds? Do you feel like there was not enough block sheds? I think one thing, it depends on the particular mode that you're going to play on. If you play on competitive mode, there's less block sheds. If you play on sim mode, there's probably going to be more block sheds than in competitive mode. So that's one thing to consider. Guys, again, I'm sorry, my whatchamacallit is not working. My video camera is not working. You know, I'm still trying to get that loaded up for you guys. But I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. Oh, and there. Oh well, that's the other camera. Let's see if I can. Well, I guess I can just do that camera. Okay, we'll just use this camera. We'll just use the web camera for now. Wish they had it for PS4. Yeah, I know. That's the sucky thing. Like, they should definitely have it for the PS4. Um, it shouldn't be well, we're just gonna do, you know, Xbox. But I understand there's partnerships, there's politics behind it. Xbox is sponsoring, Microsoft is sponsoring the competitive scene. So definitely, yeah, like Reginald said, Xbox has a partnership and Sony doesn't. So I mean, that's where you're at with that. So I have no idea how to get this thing off my screen now. I wish NBA Live was on EA Access. It might be though, Leak. Like, it might be. There might be an opportunity for that to happen. The Cushman says, why didn't they fix block shed on both game modes? I mean, because realistically, in real life, there are block sheds. I feel like everybody wants there to be no block sheds. Look, when you play sim mode, they're going to play to their ratings. So if you got a guy that's a higher rater and has good block shed against somebody that can't block, then he's gonna have block sheds. Whereas I feel in competitive mode, there's not going to be a lot of block sheds because the game, that particular mode, is not made to particular ratings like that. So that's what was told to me, that there will be more block sheds. Not saying more block sheds as in more than in Madden 17, but just more block sheds than in competitive mode in Madden 18. So I don't know why Sony said early access isn't a good value. Like, these dudes hound at early access. Somebody said, hold on, Leak said, if you play 2K Shop, did you hear about the latest news? No, I didn't hear about any 2K news. Let me know. Young Mello says, you think they're going to drop the trailer on Friday? I think they're going to drop it this week. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be this week, but who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? So we'll see. Shop, all they released today was a long shot blog. Yeah, I know, and it wasn't even really a long shot blog. Like, they did that with the other actor before in the other blog. So I'm trying to figure out, like, why. I guess they got to get it out there, but it sounds to me like they're still trying to do whatchamacallit. Oh, now way too close. So to me, it sounds like they're still trying to promote long shot. Do you even play in long shot? Yes, you do. Like, I played long shot at EA Play, and it was pretty phenomenal. I mean, it was pretty good. A little background. I'm a big Telltale games guy, so I like The Walking Dead and all of that. But definitely, long shot, I feel like a lot of people are poo-pooing it right now, but once, I would just say, give it a shot. I think you're gonna like it. The mini games in the long shot are gonna be the things that I really talk about, trying to get those kind of mini games into CFM. So that's what we'll do. The Cushman asks, do O-line block better in Madden 18 against blitzes? Yes, but it's still too early to tell. You know what? Every year, I say, I play the game. I try different blitzes. Other people try blitzes, and it's hard to blitz. But as the game evolves, as more people start to play, as people start to figure out things, and you don't figure out things in a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, so as much time as I had with Madden, there wasn't enough time for me to just figure out everything that, can I stop this? Can this be exploited? No, that's going to take time, as it always does. It always takes time. So we'll have to, it's definitely on a wait and see. Shotmaster, what is your thoughts on wanting to tell the NBA players' rates on Instagram, on their Instagram account, on their Twitter account? I thought it was great. I thought it was great to see their reactions and stuff like that. Do you have to play a game like the Redskins versus the Rams in M18? Not. I think you will. They love this whole onboarding type experience. No, now it would be great if you could just say, look, I've been playing Madden for the last 20 years. Like, why can't I just go and get into the game? So we'll see. We'll see. Leak says, did you go to the NBA Live party? Yeah, so I went to the NBA Live party in New York, and I was also at the NBA Live party in LA at the EA Play on top of the W rooftop, which was freaking awesome experience. All right, let's definitely let's talk some CFM. And unfortunately, I can't pull up this particular. I want to pull up this website, but I want to pull up the CFM website and to see it. So if you're not a part of CFM Movement, guys, go out to cfmmovement.com, sign up today, post your ideas, set your priorities, and all that good stuff. I wish I could pull it up, but unfortunately I can't pull it up right now. So let's see. It's crazy. I can pull up the chat. Yeah, so I can't pull up the website, but definitely go check it out. Jedi said, "Is there EA tracks in Madden 18?" I'm sure there is, but they haven't given us any kind of. We don't know what's on it, so. So, Tuck asks, "Please explain sim mode." So before we go into the CFM Spotlight, I will explain sim mode real quick. So basically, sim mode is a way. Hold on, let me just do this. So sim mode is a way to. It's a different type of mode. So you got penalties, holding, all the stuff that competitive mode doesn't have. So competitive mode doesn't have any penalties at all. Like when I say no penalties, no penalties. So that's one of the things that it doesn't have. So sim mode has penalties. It also plays more according to that player's rating. Whereas in competitive mode, guys can pretty much catch everything if they're open. So you'll see less drop passes in competitive mode. Whereas in sim mode, if you got a guy that's a bad wide receiver, he's going to drop a lot of passes. Whereas in competitive mode, that same player, if he's open and it touches his hand, he's more than likely going to catch the ball if he's wide open and there's no traffic. So you'll see much more overthrows in sim mode than you'll see in competitive mode. So those are the main differences. Penalties, and all that. Are you forced to punt in sim mode? No. So there's no fair play. I would love to see some kind of fair play in sim mode. You know, something that says, hey, if it's 4th and 14, yeah, you need to punt it. And there's still a lot of time left in the game, you need to punt it. You know, and I wish they could do it where, you know, that particular option was available for the commissioner to update. If the commissioner could update, that would be pretty awesome. That would be pretty awesome. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go to CFMmovement.com, and I'm gonna click this link. I'm gonna put this link in the chat, and I want you guys to go to it, and because this is what we're gonna talk about first, before we get into sort of the rebuild process. So you can minimize the stream, just hear me talk because you can't see anything anyways. Again, I apologize for not having this stuff up, but I usually have this stuff up and ready to go, but for some reason my computer is just not allowing me to do it, and I can't get Deuce Douglas on, so that's I'm a little upset by that. But when we get to that, I'm going to give him all the credit, and he's going to do his thing. So the CFM Rebuild, actually, you know what? I could probably pull it up on my PlayStation. And we'll do it from there. So we can go to, you know, my browser. And be able to pull it up there. So that, why didn't I think of that before? All right. So anyway, so we're going to go out to the CFM Movement website. If I remember how to spell movement. All right, so here we go. All right, so we're gonna go out to the CFM Movement website, and we're gonna go to the 220 reload. So, yo, appreciate that, Jedi. So, guys, the CFMmovement.com website. Go sign up if you haven't signed up already. And let's talk about the 220 reloaded top 3. So the 220 is CFM League. And so this is part of my CFM Spotlight. We are going to spotlight the 220 reloaded top 3 things. And so good guy right here, Fred Guerrero, does awesome graphics. So if you need graphics, definitely hit him up. You can hit him up right here on the website. You could just click his name, send him a message if you are signed up. But this is what it reads. It says, first, I'd like to thank Shop for putting this together and hopefully for providing us a voice to get some things done for CFM. our top 3. Number 1, and we're going to talk about these individually. Number 1, the ability to turn off injuries from the app. We turn off injuries when we sim weeks. We would hate to have an owner that was efficient in scheduling lose a player because of another owner. So I totally get this. A lot of times, especially when you sim, there are so many more injuries. When you sim. So I definitely agree with him, and he's posted some notes, like a little screenshot down here, so you can see right here. It says sim injuries off and on, and so this is what's good, guys. Like I'm telling you, EA likes to see mock-ups, and we'll look at the mock-ups when we go through Deuce Douglas's article. But like this mock-up is awesome. So because it shows, okay, you know what? This is what we want. This was number 1. This is what we want. We want the ability to turn injuries off and on. And I know a lot of commissioners agree with that. All right, number 2. During the draft, it would be great to have an online, offline icon by the owner logo who is on the clock. It would be easier to identify. Let me get my, oh my goodness. My controller just died. It would be easier to identify if we can move forward and speed up the process. So I mean, again, to me, it's very cut and paste. They want the ability to tell when a owner is offline or online. I think that's one of the biggest things, especially with the draft, on why it takes so long and why, things get bogged up, is because you have to wait for guys, or you don't know if a guy is online or offline. And so it would be great if you could just go ahead and fix that problem. I agree with John Boy. It's the simple things. It's the simple things that would make life easier for commissioners. And that's what I'm going to actually do an article on. I'm going to do an article on like the top 10 simple things EA could add to make the commissioner life easy. And definitely these 3 will probably be it. All right. The next one. Oh, and let me show you where he says. So, here we go. So as you can see right here, he wants the ability to have the green dot online, offline. I want to say it was added. It was in past Maddens. You could see who was online and offline. All right, and number 3, the ability to export stats to a CSV file. In our league, we love to crunch numbers which feed into weekly shows or blogs. Having this capability will allow us to produce more content. So again, the ability to just export the stats. And I know guys do that all the time. They take these stats and they run with it. And they just have fun with it. All right, so guys, again, and let me read this too. This is by Pooty, who is definitely a big CFM guy. Really has a lot of great ideas. He says, I've said it for so long, and for some reason there has been some kind of pushback to the idea of an option for turning off injuries during the app website for sim games. I've never understood the push back to an option, not something forced. Yes, injuries happen in real life, but they have never happened in a game that got simmed. Why? Because that don't happen in real life. In Madden, it does for numerous different reasons. Not to mention, I proved in Madden 17, because I was asked about it, injuries happen almost 3 times as much in sims than played games. And I totally agree with that. on the same injury slider. Our league was in week 12 and had 20 something injuries. I created another league, same injury slider, simmed it to week 12, and there was over 60 injuries. As I said, there's a lot of reasons the games get simmed in online leagues. Here's just a few. Game was late in the fourth. One team was up 14, 28 points. Disconnection happens. Team losing concedes and says team winning can have sim win, instead of having to play another hour-long game. Situation number one, above happens. It's a close game. They agree to start a new game, give the ball to the person who had it last. Then the player, however much time was left in the game, got disconnected to determine the winner. They reported. Commish sets the sim win. And then two opponents' schedules don't match up for the current week. These things happen often in online leagues. So, again, these things do happen a lot in offline leagues. Whether there's a lot of, especially, I don't even know, like late in the season, but even throughout the course of the season, there's always something going on with, having to be able to sim games. And guys don't want to have to turn on the console just to turn injuries off, just to sim a week, when you've given us the ability to sim a week on the app, but you don't give us the ability to turn off injuries. So that's one thing that I would love to see EA put in their thing. All right, let's go on and go to Operation Sports. And this is probably going to be the meat of our show tonight, because we're going to go over this article. We might not go over everything in this article. Trades on app. Yeah, that's a good one too, Antonio. All right. So let's go. Need to go to the forums. Madden Football. I think it was Madden Online. Okay, maybe it wasn't Madden Online. So this is just basically for online franchise commissioner things, not actually offline implemented actual things of game like stats, halftime show, contracts and stuff. No, we're actually gonna go over that stuff. I'm trying to find the article on it. In fact, let me just go to Twitter. All right, guys. So what I want you to do is go to this site right here. And this is what we're going to be talking about. I'm surprised they don't have it like pinned. All right. Let me just put in this address. Give me a second, guys. Okay, so again, big shout out to Deuce Douglas who wrote this article, and I'm just going to show you how lengthy this article is, but it's all about, in my eyes, this is how connected franchise should be. This is how franchise mode in Madden should be. And I'm going to be doing a whole series going over this on my on my YouTube. I already did an intro, but we're going to be going over all of this. So as you can see, he starts with the startup. He talks about all of this. He talks about franchise settings. He talks about the UI, and he has mock-ups. All these mock-ups, great mock-ups. He talks about the preseason, more mock-ups, more writing, waiver wire, you know, practice squad. Then he goes into the regular season, game prep, practice intensity, key players, statistics, performances, run pass tendencies, all of this stuff, practice mode, injuries. He talks about injuries, dynamic game plans, talks about team chemistry, player morales, big decisions. Look, as you can see, this thing just keeps going. Then it gets to the off season. Like, this is a massive article. Big shout outs to him. I don't know how long it took him to do this, but to me, this is crazy. So guys, if you are a CFM guy, go into your league right now and tell them to get over to this article. Tell them to get over to this stream so we can talk about it. Again, I'm just going down like uniforms. Like, goodness gracious, that was the end of it. Finally, that was the end of it. So let's go all the way back up to the top. DML Network says, after waiting months to get the new app, I really expected it to do much more than give us the option to advance and place users on auto. So DML, I'm in the same boat. I remember being down at EA and they said that they were going to create an app, and I thought it was going to be a CFM app, and I'm a little upset that they called it a CFM app. Because it's a Madden app with some CFM stuff in it. It had much stuff in it that was pretty much updated all the time, and then you had some CFM stuff in it, like the ability to do a little bit of the things that we wanted to do. It was very disappointing. I was very disappointed when I finally downloaded it, because I just felt like they could have done better, and they I won't say they hyped it up to be like the CFM app of whatever, but it was kind of up there. It was very disappointing. All right, let's get into this. So this is called a connected franchise mode, a rebuild. I think everybody who has read this whole article would say, if we could just get everything in this article, then I'd be fine. I'd be fine with CFM. The app is so plain. Grown folks, I don't think it, whether it's a pipe dream or not, like, I think it's definitely something that to me, this is the kind of presentation that needs to be done if we really want to see progress, if we really want to see a change. I think this is how we do the change. So here we go. So he quoted, CFM is already good. And if you didn't know, that was a quote from Rex Dixon, the creative director of Madden NFL 18. And he goes on to talk about, you know, how he strongly disagrees with that, and how he wants a rich off the field franchise experience to go with the gameplay. Now, I believe everybody probably, and definitely I do, agree that gameplay comes before everything else in my eyes. If you have bad gameplay, it doesn't matter how good CFM is, because if gameplay sucks, you're not going to want to play it anyways. But after that, CFM is it. And he talks about his main goal with this post is to illustrate just how much further CFM could be taken and how much more deep and engaging, challenging, and authentic experience could be provided while also maintaining a good amount of ease and accessibility that was required for new and casual users. If you saw the original post, this will be in the same format, except instead of starting from the preseason this time, he'll be starting from the point of starting up your CFM all the way through what would be the next league year. All pictures are clickable for full size. So let's go ahead and dive in. So he first starts up with CFM startup, character selection, commissioner, owner, GM, head coach, coordinator, player. If we take a look at this, as you can see, he has the menu set up. Looks good. You can be a commissioner. So what's the difference between a commissioner and an owner and a head coach? Yeah, dude's presentation was definitely on point. Hey, Clutch, I didn't stop playing live. I just haven't been streaming live. I've been playing. I just haven't been streaming. All right, so it says this league is your playground. Control every aspect for one team or the entire league with only one profile required. As much or as little control as you like, always available at your fingertips. So this is one of the things that some of the offline guys really want. They want to be able to control the whole league, all the owners, without having to have more than one profile. So then we go to the owner. Control your team from the owner's box with all the organizational management you desire. Hire and fire coaches, sign and trade players, and deal with all the financial intricacies of owning an NFL organization. Then he has the general manager. Now, this is something new. Now, we usually don't deal with general manager. Usually, if you're the owner, then you pretty much do the general managing as well. So he shows that there's some distinction in that. So it says shape every aspect of your organization from hiring the head coach and staff to the last member of your practice squad. Every bit of success or failure experienced on the field are direct results of your decision off of it. Okay, so then he goes into head coach. So the spotlight is on you. Take control of the NFL team and embark on a quest for multiple Super Bowl titles. Enjoy all the same organizational management capabilities as a GM while leading your team into battle. So you can use the head coach and still sort of be the general manager as well. This is another new thing is coordinator. So take over one side of the ball and begin your quest to being an NFL head coach. Game plan, practice, and play as either the offense or defense as you earn the stripes for your opportunity to become the next leader of an NFL franchise. So that's different too, because right now you can't just pick one side of the ball to coach. I mean, you can definitely go super sim and say I only want to play offense. But there's no coordinator mode that gets you potential of being a head coach later on. And then player, enter the league as a rookie and take over a current NFL star and attempt to cement your legacy as one of the greatest to play and be forever immortalized with a bust in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So again, he goes through all of that. So, and then he goes through all the details of sort of each one. Commissioner, GM, coordinator, starting point. And he talks about that. So then he gets into, So then he gets into arcade versus simulation and season mode live CFM. So now the one of the things that they did this year was had this live CFM going on. But it says same ideas apply here for CFM as it does for gameplay. When you start your franchise, you're presented with multiple options of playing using arcade, simulation, or season mode settings. Each of these settings would be default aspects of CFM to a certain setting and give the user ability to tailor the franchise as aspects of their liking, or in certain cases give the user capability to turn certain parts of CFM off. So the one thing I would add to this, I know he has arcade versus simulation, but I would say you should be able to choose between arcade, competitive, and simulation. And I said this in a video before, but you know, a lot of people feel like CFM is only for sim guys, and it's really not. There's a lot of competitive CFMs out there. And I think when you're talking about CFM, you're talking more or less the functions of CFM and how it goes, not really how you play in that CFM. You know, there's simulation leagues definitely, but there's probably more competitive non-sim leagues out there than people may want to give credit to. So that's one of the things that I hate seeing, where people say, oh, you know, you sim guys love CFM. Competitive guys like CFM as well. So he talks about what arcade is, and pretty straightforward. Then he talks about what simulation is. And see, this is where he says this would be for the hardcore franchise player. Again, I think some competitive guys are hardcore franchise guys too. But definitely simulation is what this is talking about. Season mode, live CFM. So this is what they introduced this year. Play alongside the NFL stats for the entirety of the NFL season. Take over a team or teams and change their reality, while the rest of the leagues and stats result mirror the current NFL season. So this is the I really liked. Can I zoom out? You know what? I can. There you go. Is that good? All right. So this is one of the mocks that I really like. So we'll take a look at this real quick. So this goes into his settings when you start a CFM. As you can see, he started an offline CFM with the Chiefs. And settings. Here, I'll post the link to this right here. So if you want a link to the article, it's right here. I'm posting it now. But as you can see, you set the CFM style, you set the game style, which I don't know. Like, what is the difference between the CFM style and the game style? Oh, push the square button to put it in full mode. All right. So what's the... My bad. So what's the difference between CFM style and game style? Well, CFM, he says, for the hardcore franchise player looking to perform all day-to-day organizational activities, increase roster management duties, and difficulty. The game style is play true to team player ratings with authentic NFL rules and gameplay. So I think there's where you'll see the simulation, arcade, or competitive setting. Ratings. Player ratings will reveal themselves over time through both player times and years. Play getting more exact and more a player plays, or the longer he's in the league. So that talks about ratings. Now, one of the big things that people always talk about is XP allocation. And here it looks like he has a setting for that. Physical attributes are locked out from free agent upgrades, and intangible ratings are capped based on players' dev trait. Now, this is something that I I totally hope EA goes this direction in the future. I'm pretty sure it's not in Madden NFL 18, but I feel like certain players, when you draft them, should have a cap. You shouldn't be able to turn a guy into an all-star unless he starts to, unless you put up so many numbers or whatever. But still, physical stuff, like if a guy comes into the league at, let's say, 88 speed, I don't care how much XP I get, I should never be able to get him past a 91. So if he comes in, I'm one of those guys who, if you come in at an 88, you can only go up 3 speeds. Like you should only be able to go up to a 91 speed. Let me know what you think in the chat, but I just think like the physical stuff, there's not too many guys that come into the league and get faster as they get older. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. So I would love to see, some of those intangible ratings that are capped based on the player's dev trait. So let's say the guy has superstar dev trait. Well, then he has a bigger cap. So because he has a superstar dev trait and he comes in at an 88, then guess what? He can go up to a 94 speed. I'm just saying. If you have a normal, you can only go up maybe 2 speeds. If you have, as the better the dev trait is, the bigger your cap is. So that's what I would love to see EA do in the future. Other games do this, like 2K, when you're creating players, depending on that player's height and weight determines how fast that guy could ever be. That way you don't get this 7-foot guy who has 90-something speed. Like, that's just unrealistic. So, again, you generally don't get faster in the NFL. So maybe like this. Here's what I propose. I propose if you come in with an 88 and you have normal dev trait, you can only go up 1. You can only go up 1 speed. So from an 88 to an 89. Maybe your acceleration, you can go up 2. If you're, a fast dev trait, then you can go up 2 speeds or 3. And then if you're a superstar, you can go up 4 or 5. So that's how I would handle it. That's how I would handle it. All right, let's go to the next one. Injuries. Injuries are allowed to occur during both practice and in games. Now, a lot of people, that's when it's set to full. When it's set to full, then injuries are allowed to occur during practice and game. To me, that's simulation. Guys get hurt in practice. Now, should it happen a lot? No. It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen a lot. But guys should, maybe get hurt in practice, maybe not for that long. Which brings us to the next one, which talks about injury severity. Injuries suffered have a much higher chance of being minor. Long-term and season-ending injuries are still possible, but more rare. So if injury severity is set to low, then it's probably going to be minor injuries. If it's set to maybe high, then maybe you get more major and serious season-ending injuries. All right, trade difficulty. Teams will value their players and draft picks significantly more and will expect more than normal in return if trade difficulty is set at hard. So that sounds good. Free agent difficulty, same thing, set at hard. All teams will fight harder for free agents that they covet and be more likely to outbid when necessary. Negotiation difficulty, hard. Players will be more likely to push the limits of their market value. Low ball offers will often result in the termination of negotiations. And I like that because a lot of times some guys will just lowball guys to see what they say and then start to negotiate. So this says, you know what? If you lowball them, there's a big chance that they will just terminate their bonuses. So then award bonuses. Players will not receive bonus XP or dev trait upgrades for winning Player of the Week, Pro Bowl selections, or yearly awards. So that looks like it's an on-off toggle switch. To me, I would love to see that where the commissioner can set those particular award bonuses. So if, let's say I'm a commissioner and I'm saying, okay, you know what, if your player makes the Pro Bowl, he only gets 2,000 XP, and stuff like that. Evan Wells says, do you play MUT? Yeah, I play MUT. But I play CFM probably more than I play MUT. Roberto says, injuries in practice should happen enough that it's a shock and worth talking about. I agree. Practice XP. Players earn XP from practice sessions at a slightly higher rate than normal. So you can set practice XP. Dev trait, hidden. Player development traits will remain hidden from the user. They will still be viewable and editable in the edit player screen. So, when he talks about dev traits and viewable and editable in the edit player screen, so he's saying that people can't look at a person's card and see their dev trait. You know, I would like that just to be for the user, though. So let's say I draft a guy. I want to be able to see his dev trait, but I don't want anybody else to look at my roster and see my roster's dev trait. I don't want that. So we'll see. I mean, let me know what you think. Do you like that idea? I like it hidden to other users, not myself. I mean, I want to see who has the best dev trait, because when I go to my focus players, I want to be able to know who should I focus on, because I usually put guys who have superstar dev traits as my focus players so they can earn even more XP. But if it's hidden even from me, then how do you know who has, you know, a certain dev trait? So we'll see. Right, I'm with you, John Boy. Hidden to other users is how it should be. Let's see. Player morale. Players will have a morale that ranges from very unhappy to very happy based on contracts, playing time, productions, and other factors. Now, I'm a firm believer that they need to add some kind of player morale to this. What do you mean? Roberto says, how about after a few years in the league? What do you mean after a few years? Like show it after a few years in the league? I don't know. But getting back to player morale, I like player morale. They need to add it. They need to add some kind of chemistry to teams as well. I have a whole presentation on that. I mean, I'll see if I can get some good mock-ups like this, but I got some presentation on that too. GFOC says, I think it's an interesting idea if your CFM choose to hide some attributes from everyone and you have to play with your team. I think the measurables should be shown. Okay. That's what's up. Shop, what's up with the video choice tonight? I'm hearing something wrong. What do you mean, SCF? We're going over CFM stuff. So we're going over this article from Operation Sports. I just posted the link again in the forum. In the chat. But we're going over how I think Madden CFM should be, and how a lot of people think Madden CFM should be. GFOC says the problem shop is that it hurts in the online CFM the teams who struggle. So I feel like that's one of the biggest things, grown folks, is that a lot of commissioners hate, the guys that struggle. The guys that are struggling and they're always last in their division. How do you keep those guys interested? Again, I think it's all about immersion. Like if there were multiple ways to sort of win a week, you might not win the game, but guess what? You're doing everything else to win that week. You're making the right picks. You're putting your team together. You're building a good chemistry. You got guys with high player morale. I think that's what CFM should strive for. That's what EA should strive for. That way, I understand it's all about, winning Super Bowls, but I'm one of those guys who loves taking a bad team and making them good into contenders, not because of my playing skills, but because I've assembled a team that can compete despite my playing skills. All right. Compensatory picks. 32 additional draft picks awarded at the end of rounds 3 through 7 to teams based on their losses and gains in free agency, up to 4 tradable picks per team. Waiver wire. Any player 3 years pro or less, and all players after week 8 must pass through waiver wires unclaimed before becoming free agents. There definitely needs to be a waiver wire. And restricted free agency. Players with less than 3 occur season are designated restricted free agents who can be tendered qualifying offers for resigning or compensation. All right, so let's go back to the article, and this is where he sort of talks about some of the stuff in the settings: injuries, sim game sliders, position injury slider, injury severity, free agent difficulty. So this is what it reads. It says, adjust the difficulty of free agency. Easy would be basic free agency without much trouble. Normal would make teams a bit more aggressive and players a bit harder to compete for. Hard would make teams very aggressive and going after their players and more willing to outbid teams for players they really wanted. The one thing I really want when it comes to free agency is for it to feel rewarding and challenging, and something like this can go a long ways in allowing the user to decide how easy or hard they want this to be a part of. So XP allocation, you got free, restricted, and strict. He talks about those. Award bonuses, all for on. Practice XP distribution, very high, high, normal, low, very low. Ratings, visible, perceived, hidden, and progressive. Let's read about this. Visible would be the current system. Perceived would be non-exact ranges. So I guess maybe like, okay, what's his speed? It's anywhere between a 88 and a 92. What's his acceleration? Anywhere between a 93 and a 96. So perceived would be non-exact ranges. Hidden would be completely hidden. Progressive would be a combination of all three. Essentially, there'd be little info known about younger players and players who haven't played much. As they played on or spent more time in the league, they'd advance through their tiers of evaluation where more information about their ratings would become available and more exact player picture would be painted over time. more on this later. So I like that. I like the progressive ratings where a young guy comes into the league and he might not, you don't know what his ratings are, but you get him out on the field after you know, so maybe after the first year, then you get the perceived ratings where it's just ranges, and then you start to reveal some of his stuff. I can 100% agree and support that, but if morale affects ratings and morale is affected by winning, then it's a bad thing. Now, if morale is not affected by morale, then it's better. Okay, so I see what you're saying. If you get, like, you get guys in the league who are not winning, so that means it's sort of like confidence. Everybody on their team is going to feel bad because they're not getting the stuff that they sort of want. You know, the everybody's morale is going to be bad. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. All right. Let's see. Dev trait visible or hidden. This would allow you to decide whether or not the dev trait should be shown or hidden from you during your CFM. The benefit of this is having a challenge available to not always be full aware or able to directly pinpoint a player's developmental arch. Okay. So then he goes into the franchise UI. And he's like, this is something that doesn't really get touched on very much, but that is the overall UI of CFM. Everything is oversized, slow, clunky, and just an overall pain to use. The news feed is still buried and doesn't do a good job of providing relevant information from around your franchise. Who cares that I practiced cover 3 this week? That's not news. Getting information takes moving over tabs and then clicking through screens. It's just overall a very inconvenient experience, and this would aim to change that. For this, I basically just straight up copied NHL 17's franchise UI and mocked up what it would look like in Madden if we were to use it. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. All right. So, what is it? The R3. Whoops. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So I like the way this looks. I don't know about you, but I like how this looks. You got the hub, you got the news, the team owner, league tabs. As you can see, your next game, Kansas City at Oakland Raiders, gives you the date, the time, where it's at. You got the calendar. So it says conference standings. Oh, so that's basically if the playoffs were to start. New England 6-0, Kansas City 5-1. Pittsburgh 4-2, Tennessee 3-3, Oakland 5-1, Baltimore 4-2. But I like, you know, it gives you the quick links on the side, so you can advance the day, game prep, scouting, big decisions, depth chart, free agent, trade blocks, and little arrows to probably do some other stuff. So it tells you sort of like what's your roster makeup. You got 53 active, 10 practice squads, 3 IR. It tells you your cap space and where you're ranked, and then it tells you your next 4 weeks: Oakland, Denver, at Dallas, and then a bye, and then your ownership funds. So this is cool, and this is for offline guys. You can go ahead and change your team, and do a team interview, and then it looks like there's sort of like a news ticker down here. which talks about transactions, which I like. So that's, yeah, I'm with you. This the presentation is on point. This looks really good. So let's go. He says this would be the main CFM hub. You quickly have access to virtually every aspect of your CFM from this menu: standings, roster breakdown, cap space, upcoming games, all on the front page. Also quick access to full standings and stats with the Stats Central tile. And then at the bottom is a CFM ticker that is constantly cycling through information relevant to your CFM. Also, by pressing the start menu, you quickly be able to change teams and owners. All right. So the next one is the News Hub. So here's the News Hub. Again, I like it. And the one thing I will say that I really like about all of his mock-ups, and this is Deuce Douglas over at Operation Sports. You can check him out at Deuce Douglas on Twitter. But I like that he uses in-game characters or in-game models. So he doesn't use like the real Tom Brady or the real Todd Gurley. He uses the Madden Tom Gurley and stuff like that. So that's what I like. And that's something that I think, you know, EA can definitely do. So he's got, I like at the bottom, he's got some injury stuff. You know, Cowboys, Elliott to miss 2 to 4 weeks. And maybe, and see if you press down R, you get the transaction log. So you can go from transaction log to injury right there. Some news, Bears, Maul, Ravens. You know, Thursday night football, rivalry renewed. So, I mean, I like this News Hub. What is, I really don't think, you know, you need to add anything to this News Hub. I think it's good right where it is. The only thing maybe I'll add is just to change everything that's related to you. So maybe like your News Hub, so you can see like the latest injuries, your latest transactions, your latest news, and then go back to the league's news. So I think that's one of the things that you could probably do. All right. Yeah, I agree. Showing the player models does make it more legit. All right, so this is News Hub. This is not on the front page, but just a click away. Also gives you a more intuitive look at stories from around the league. Features 2 main stories and 2 side stories. Scrollable Twitter feed along the side with talk around the league. Also features transactions news from around your CFM on the bottom tile. Again, tickers along the bottom no matter what hub you're on. So then he has a draft news hub, and he says this is the draft hub or draft news hub. This would be separate from your NFL news and would be accessible through the start menu button, similar to how you would change teams or owner. Obviously, the actual NCAA screenshots will never happen, so this section would look more like a dull and stupid without them, but it's still far better than Madden's current offering. Also included along the bottom bar is relevant information pertaining to the draft with overall depth chart, deepest positions, weakest positions, and the projected #1 overall pick for the upcoming draft. And a click of the RS would take you directly to scouting. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. All right. So here you have the draft news hub. So this is the draft news hub. And man, it would be great if they could just put guys, you know, in college uniforms. Head of the class, Miami's Justin Manning continues along the path to #1. Harper for Heisman, another huge day. Has Purdue wide receiver hearing Heisman. You got injuries. Mayock's wide receiver class is deep. So your overall draft depth above average. Your deepest position wide receiver. Weakest position offensive line. Projected #1 overall QB Justin Manning for Miami. And then it looks like you can do your draft class and scouting. What I would also like to see here is like what picks you have. So I would love to see, you know, what picks, you know, you got coming up. So I think that would be an added bonus. All right, let's go back. Oh, and so they do have a team news hub. Remember, I just talked about this. Like, there needs to be a team news hub. And it says this will be similar to the league news hub and draft hub, except it would only house stories related to your team. Stories about upcoming and previous week games, injury, transaction news. Along the bottom, you have more team stories directly relevant to your big decisions. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So again, this is your team news. I like it. I like it. Contract extensions, injuries. I wonder if these things. Okay, so this takes you. If you click down on the right stick, it takes you directly to the big decisions. I'm with you. These screens have such a clean look, not at all like what EA puts out. So impressed by what dude put together. Yeah, amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Like this is the kind of stuff that, it's the kind of stuff that we need. All right, let's go back to full screen. All right, so and then you get to the team hub. So this is where you want to be for any and all roster moves. Big decisions tile on the right would alert you when certain moves needed to be more opportunities were available. Each tile has relevant baseline information pertaining to the section it opens, i.e. scouting points available, free agent, cap space. Along the bottom is another quick link to Stat Central and displays your team leaders and passing yards, rushing yards, and receiving yards. So let's go ahead and take this. No, Isaac, I wish. So Isaac just asked, is any of this in Madden 18? Like, I wish. It is, unfortunately, it is not. It is not in Madden 18. But you know, the blueprint's out here. I call this the blueprint. This is the blueprint. This is what, again, like, you can show this to 100 diehard CFM guys, and I don't know one of them that would say, yeah, if we could just have this, I'd be happy. Like, I don't need anything else. Just give me everything in this article. Isaac asked, so what do they do with all the time from version to version? Geez, they're building the next game. They don't have that time. Like, it seems like a lot of time from version to version, but if you think about it, and I know I've said this before, and sometimes I feel like I'm defending EA when I say this, but you have, the game comes out in August. They probably have like 1 month of like chill down before they have to start on the next game. So you have October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. That's all you have. You have like until June, because in July, that's when you need to do, or maybe you just do to May, and then June and July, you got to do all your testings, because you, a month before release, you have to send it to Microsoft and Sony. So you have less than 8 months. I mean 9 months to get the next game up and out the door. Oh, Clint said 2 weeks ago they started on Madden 19. Look, let me tell you something. They started on Madden 19 probably 2 years ago. I know things that they have been trying, that they want to put in, but it just takes time to develop those things. And they were looking at like, oh yeah, this probably won't, like they showed me something that was like, yeah, this probably won't be in until Madden 19. Or this probably won't be in until Madden 20. Just because we can't put it in now. We have to, it's all about resources. And it's crazy because you see the big Madden team and then you're just like, wow, that's a lot of people working on Madden, but they all work on different stuff. So somebody said, Shop, they should let rooks come in with the game, discuss some things and what you're looking for in a player, so when draft comes, you will remember player better in later rounds. They should let the rooks come in with the GM and discuss things. So one of my suggestions was, if you have like a top 4 game, if you have a top 4 draft pick, you should be able to do interviews with the top 10 draft picks, or prospects. Like, you should be able to do interviews at the combine and talk to these guys. And that, to me, that just adds another layer of stuff. All right, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this mock-up. 66 players. So this is the team page. And this is where you'll do all your stuff. You'll view rosters. You'll do the depth chart. You do the trade center, free agency, scouting, medical center. And so I like the statistics without having to get into the tile. Like, this looks good. Like, view roster. Okay, well, how many people I got on? Okay, I already got 10 people on the practice squad. I already got 3 injured reserves. I got 66 players under contract. Okay, I don't need to go into that. All right, depth chart. Okay, trade center. Okay, trade deadline 14 days away. Lead trade block has 27 players in it. There's no pending offers or incoming offers. All of that looks good. I like the ability to look at some stuff before I go in there. Cap space. Tells me what my cap space is and how many upcoming free agents I have. Scouting tells me what my team needs are without me going into scouting. So I know I need a halfback, inside linebacker, edge, and a cornerback. And it tells me I have 5 draft picks in the 2018 draft. Medical center, 2 injuries, 3 on injured reserve. So then at the bottom it tells you some stats for your particular team. And then you got the big decisions over there on your right when you're talking contract extensions, waiver wire, practice squads. I like the little warning saying, hey, look, these things need some attention. And then it looks like you're able to go to sort of like a stats central from this page as well. All right, let's back up. All right, so it looks like we got everything going leading up into the preseason. So the preseason are where games mean nothing to most and everything to some. Ain't that the truth? I'm telling you, when some leagues, and maybe it's more the competitive leagues, but some leagues I'm in, man, they want to just fly through the preseason. Like, they just want to go through the preseason as fast as they can so they can get back to playing games. To me, the preseason is very important in building your team. You build your team for the preseason. Like, to me, I want to look at all the rookies that I draft with, like, Inspector Gadget goggles. I want to see how they do in games. I want to see all of that. SCF says trades should be with a phone call and response from them to you when you negotiate. I agree. Sort of like, I would love to if they could go back to what NCAA used to do, where you could phone call recruits and you can ask them one question, and depending on their answer, you get plus or minus. So it says, starting with the preseason, probably the most commonly skipped item of all CFM, and rightly so. I used to play every preseason game back in Madden 2004 days and even into Madden 12. The problem with the preseason is that somewhere down the line, the already little incentive there was to play them was lost. There isn't many ways to spice up preseason games, and I'm not looking to make them anything more than they are, which is exhibition games predominantly played by backups, which I am fine with. But you gotta have to me, it would be nice if every rookie came and you wanted to see them have certain goals as they went into games. That's what I would like to see. All right, it says, this is one of my favorite things from past Maddens. It's obviously a little thing, but it would be a colossal improvement over playing the exact same preseason opponents and often division foes. Let me close this real quick. So yeah, the problem with preseason right now is you play the same preseason guys every year. Every year in the all season, you play the same guy, the same teams, and that's what needs to change. I always used to do things like play the Super Bowl champs, the team with the #1 overall pick, try to play in stadiums I like and against teams that were really active in free agency. Again, nothing huge, but something that can incentivize playing preseason in some way. It would be another way to let users play the way they want to, rather than being restricted by static opponents or even random ones. So here it looks like he's allowing you to choose your preseason opponent. And so this is more for an offline thing. For online, I still would like the commissioner to be able to set, the opponents, or maybe just set the division. Just say, you know what, I want the AFC East to play the AFC South, or play the NFC South this year in preseason. AFC North, I want you to play NFC North, and just change it up. Just change it up every year. All right. Multi-team depth charts. So I don't know if this would make preseason more fun, so to speak, but I think it would definitely make it more practical and functional. The ideal here is that the user, you'd be able to create unique depth charts to represent each team that take to the field. See, to me, this again is an off-season type thing. I mean, a offline type thing. But I like, if you take a look at this, so it tells you what their morale is: neutral, low, high. Got some neutrals, some very high in Sherman and Tyreek Hill, but it's still yet to determine like what he uses these morales for, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get to it later in the article. So we'll just have to wait and see there. Big decisions preseason. So again, cut days. This pretty much goes along with the expanded roster. It would make sense to add more players for preseason if you didn't get a decent chance to play with them. A recent NFL rule change has eliminated cut days and turned them into one major cut day after the last preseason game. So that's going from 90 to 53 all at once. Being that it could be quite overwhelming to make that many decisions at once, I like to see multiple options for how cut downs work, with a few different choices of 4-stage weekly, 2-stage after weeks 3 and 4, and then 1 stage would which be the authentic rules. So he's saying now, and I don't know how EA is going to do this, as far as how they're gonna do cut day now, because now it's cut day in real NFL. I feel like EA is still probably going to have cut days at the end of each one. So here he indicates, I don't know what the O is for. Maybe that can't be to cut people. Oh, here's the X to cut people. So he's taking a look at his wide receivers. I guess he's saying these are must-haves. He's still undecided with the whites, and then these two gotta go. Waiver wire. Now this is what I'm talking about. Waiver wire. Whoops. Alright, so this is an exclusively preseason item, but it definitely would be the first place you encounter it. This is something that in preseason can be quite overwhelming experience, as there can be a very large number of players available to claim. Now you figure if you go from 90 to 53 in one day, that's 32 teams cutting 40 guys. 32 teams cutting 40 guys. That's a lot of guys going into the waiver wire. So another way to help alleviate this is to allow you to search or sort for a certain criteria or player available and narrow the field to those targets. So maybe you're in need of a kick returner. You can scan the waiver wire for players with only, say, 85 plus kick return rating and go from there. Players can claim in this position go directly to your 53-man roster, and once this event passes, you can then move on to adding players to your practice squad. Claiming priority throughout all the offseason and preseason would be the same as the draft order from the most recent draft. And once again, you'll notice in the screenshot the green circle and red X signifying that your position coach is either recommending or discouraging you to claim a player, which could also be another search criteria to limit the sheer overload of players. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. All right, so here it looks, I actually like the fact that they give you suggestions. And they say, you know what, don't pick these guys. Yes, you might want to pick this tight end. No, you definitely don't want these guys. So it looks like, doesn't look like, okay, so it looks like he's sorting all positions. But he's not sorting on a specific rating. But I do like the fact that you should be able to sort the free agency on the particular rating. So, give me every guy that's 90 plus speed. And they give you all the guys 90 plus speed. But still sort them by overall. I don't know. But this screen definitely works. I like this screen. Again, we haven't really talked about the morale stuff, but we'll get to it. What's up, Cleveland? How you doing? Is shoot first a new archetype in NBA Live 18? No, I don't think so. All right, so that was the waiver wire. So then he talks about practice squad and a carry season. He talks about, active reserve or being put on the pub list. And then he gets to regular season. So time to put up or shut up. The road to the Super Bowl starts here. A 17-week gauntlet featuring 30 teams vying for the top spot. And he starts with game prep, which is probably I love game prep. So here he says mostly the same setting as up as a practice in Madden 17, where you choose an offensive focus and defensive focus, but with one key change in shifting player focus players into a position group focus for the week, and one key addition in the form of practice intensity. So here he talks about high practice intensity. High practice intensity practices are more physical and create a greater risk reward for your team in terms of both XP game and game day boosts. Players who have good practices will see greater boosts for current week, while players who have poor practices during a week of high intensity practice will be subject to harsher reductions. Also, high intensity practice come with a greater risk of injury as well as potential game day hits to stamina and injury ratings. Save these practices to try and break a losing streak, or for the biggest game on your schedule, use wisely. So I like that. I like the risk reward. Standard practice intensity, standard everything across the board. XP and game day boosts are standard. No additional injury risk your ordinary practice. Low intensity practice are the lightest practice and come with the lowest potential XP gain and game day boosts, as well as the lowest injury risk, but also carries the possibility of seeing harsher penalties to emulate players not being prepared for the ferocity of game day. Limit these practice to points in your season where your team is beat up, as well as short weeks where making sure your team is fresh as possible and imperative. So what I would like to see, and this talks about it, is potential game day hits to stamina and injury ratings. So if you have hard practices, then you're likely to, have a team that might be tired going into that particular game. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So here is the game prep for the Oakland Raiders. As you can see, their inside focus, their offensive focus is inside run. Their defensive focus is cover one. Position group focus is cornerbacks. And practice intensity is low. So it looks like you don't particularly do like the drills that EA had. Basically he's saying, you know what, I want to do position group focus instead of focusing on 3 players and then doing drills that focus on different groups. But I'm not necessarily against this. This is cool. I love the mock-up. It does look like he has key players, statistics, personnel, tendencies, concepts, participation. So we'll get into all of that. So here are his key players. Oh, so this gives you key players for the team you're playing. Offensively, who you're going to have to look out for. Defensively, who you're going to have to look out for. Gives you their record, what they did last week. Offense, defense. I'm very curious to see what he's got for tendencies and stuff. Statistics. So here, I like this. So it tells you not only points per games, but turnover ratio, time of possession, total yards per game, third down percentage. That's definitely one of the things I look at. So it's good to see that he has included that. But it also shows that their deficiencies too. So they give up a lot of yards. They're number 18th in sacks. They give up a lot of passing yards, a lot of rushing yards, and opponent per carry. That's a lot too. So personnel formations. So this is cool. Chris says we really need position groups over 3 players that make no sense on a 53-man roster. Yeah, and so maybe that's why he chose, position groups instead of choosing 3 players. Choose one position group. And I remember it like before EA used to have that, where you could choose maybe the whole team or just, offensive line. But you sort of had that last year. When you did the drills, you did position groups. I mean, you focused on 3 players specifically, but depending on the drills you did, you focused on that position group. So you had that in Madden NFL 17. So, I mean, I think that's just what he's doing. I actually think he just took away the focus players and just said, in fact, in Madden NFL 17, it looks like you can focus on more people or get more people XP than it's showing right here, because it showed right here he was only focusing on the DBs, where in Madden NFL 17 you do an offensive drill and you do a defensive drill. Offensive drill might be offensive line and running backs. Defensive drill might be cornerbacks and linebackers. So seems like you get more here. So I like this, talking about this screen right here. I like this because it breaks down not necessarily formations, but it breaks down personnel groups. So like in this personnel group, you can see he goes to the 11 personnel a lot, which is 3 wide receiver, running back, and a tight end. So you're looking, and if you look at it, it looks like he does mostly 3 or 4 wide receivers. I mean, the 0 personnel is only being used 9% of the time. And then he has a big formation that he used 6% of the time. And the other thing is, I like that it shows you like the percentage of run and pass as well. So you see like when he goes to the 13 personnel, he runs out of that personnel group 85% of the time. Like, this is the kind of tendency that I need to know. I need to know when, okay, you know what? When he's in this 10 personnel group with 4 wide receivers and 1 running back, he's going to pass 85% of the time. So, I mean, I like that. I actually don't think EA will go this depth, because I don't think people understand like the 11 personnel and stuff like that. They understand, trips, halfback trips, weak, gun trips weak. That's what they understand. They don't understand it as an 11 personnel. They understand it as gun trips weak. So I like this though. You know what I also like? I also like the series history over there on the left. So it says KC leads the series 62, 52, and 2 all time. Which is holy cow. Grown Folk says, when I read all of this super in-depth stuff, I just wonder how realistic is that even. I mean, is it even possible to put that all in a game? I have my doubts. I don't have my doubts. Have you seen Head Coach '09? Like, go to Head Coach '09. It has pretty much all of this stuff that's in here. Maybe not to the like the mock-ups and stuff, but as far as free agency, the draft, and all of that stuff, Head Coach '09 is by far like the best franchise game out there. Yeah, you couldn't play the game. No. So you basically just called the plays and hiked the ball, and then the computer ran the plays for you. But I mean, all the stuff that we've been talking about today is not the game. Not talking about the game. Talking about mock-ups. This Big Sean, he did a great job with the mock-ups. I agree. What's up, Big Sean? The data is there in the game. It's just a matter of displaying it. I agree. Yes, the data is there for anybody, for EA to use. They just have to want to use it. I agree. The data is there. The data is in the back end. They collect all that data. They collect how many times you use a certain formation, when you use that formation, what do you do when you use it, when you come out in that formation. They have all of that. They can run the plays back if they wanted to. Like, that's what I want to see. I want to see a video vault of, give me a vault of their last TD drive over 40 yards. Let me pull that up. Let me put in the search. I want their last TD drive over 40 yards. Or give me the last 10 plays that they sacked the quarterback on. Like, they have all that. Not a game. Not a game, man. We talking about mock-ups. All right. Let's move on. So that was personnel. Tendency tracking. I'm going to stick to the topic of tendency tracking first because I feel like it's the most important aspect of game planning, as well as what needs to be the most work. I agree. So here we look at run pass tendencies. So when we look at tendencies, you got over 20 yards. Wow. This is pretty in-depth. How can they not use this? It's damn near perfect. Again, it doesn't even have to be perfect. Like, I would take everything in this article all day and every day and twice on NFL Sundays. Like, this has... all of this was in Madden 19, I actually think they probably wouldn't have to touch or add another feature for a couple of years. Just fix maybe some of the stuff that's might be bugs or something. So this screen right here talks about the tendency. You got pass offense, rush offense, pass defense, rush defense. So here's rush offense. So you see Marshawn Lynch gets the ball 84% of the time. He carries up the middle the most with 76 carries. 5.76 yards per carry up the middle and 6 touchdowns. It would be, Brian, it would be cool to have actual film on your opponent. I mean, in real NFL, they have actual film on their opponent. So, whoops. All right, so that was run past tendencies. So then he has something called concepts, injury report, and then practice participation. So I like this. I like the fact that you can view, okay, who is not going to practice, who's not going to be in the game. So Phillip Gaines is probably not going to play. West is probably not going to play. Eric Fisher is not going to play. Then you got those guys who are limited. Derek Johnson, Demetrius Harris. Then you got those who are full participation. Spencer Ware, Travis Kelce, Justin Houston. So it would be cool if you could put inactive, like, just for the week. Like, say, you know what? I'm going to sit Derek Johnson out another week. So that might be, as far as that's probably like a big decision. All right, guys, it is 11 o'clock, and look, we haven't even got anywhere close to the end of the article or even the middle of the article, but I'm not going to go any further. We'll go through some more next week. Make sure you stick that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's see, where are we now? 0, 1. All right, so we did the CFM Rebuild. There's really no Madden 18 news. One of the things that there is probably going to be a gameplay trailer sometime this week. It's probably going to be some more blogs this week. That's probably what you're going to see this week is that stuff. If a fan can put this together, what are they doing at EA? They're making the game. They're making other stuff. I mean, look. Let's be honest here. Like, let's not, like, as great as this is, it's concepts. I've seen EA employees show me concepts like stuff like this on paper, and it looks good. It looks really good. But there's a difference between putting it on paper and implementing it in the game. Like, you know, I mean, it's not as easy as, oh, we're just going to take these mock-ups and just put them into the game. Nah, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. Shopmaster, I wanted to see the overall offense and defense. Like, here are the screens of the Raiders. I don't know if they show the overall offense and defense for that. Like, after that participation screen, he talks about stat tracking, the solo struggle, practice, position group restrictions, medals. He talks about medals, like giving medals in practice, attribute boost and reductions, and then he goes into the morale modifiers. That's right. What they really should do is give third-party access to the data and let them put this stuff together. I agree. I've been telling EA for a long time, like, open up your back end, create an API, let these developers, there's some, look, I know in the Game Changers group alone, there's like 5 guys who could probably put together not only an awesome CFM website, but they can also create an app. If they had access to the back end through an API, they could do some amazing stuff. So it's just about EA really not wanting them to do that. But you look at other companies, and I've said this before, you look at other companies like Bungie. When Bungie did that, the Halo community created so many awesome apps for that game that it just kept that game going for so long without Bungie really not having to do anything. But maybe EA feels like, we're not going to let you create an app and get paid off an app when you're just using our data. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. So they concentrate on the game, and third parties like Daddy Leagues can do this stuff. Resources are limited, even at EA. You're right. Yeah, I mean they're very limited. They're very limited. Live 18 news. There's really no live 18 news. There was some footage that was, I don't want to say leaked, but so EA went to the Vegas Summer League and posted and put a demo of NBA Live 18 out on the concourse, and somebody took video of it, and a lot of people were saying, "Oh, this is new gameplay. Oh, EA went back and listened to our feedback and increased the speed of the game and fixed the jump shot and all of that." And I'm just like, dudes, no, they didn't. This is the same game that we played at EA Play. In fact, it says EA Play in the corner. So, I just find it funny how people want to hurry up and proclaim something as new, or maybe that they found it or something. I don't know. So all right. I don't know. I feel like playing some NBA Live. So I'm gonna play some NBA Live until like 11:30. He does need to be offered a job, but I don't know what good it would do. And again, I wish EA would show the mock-ups that they do and show the game changers. Like, I've seen some incredible mock-ups that look just as good as these. But, again, it's the difference between implementing the stuff in this article and just posting the stuff in the article. Like, big shout out to Deuce Douglas and the awesome job that he did in this article. And I strongly suggest everybody take a read this article. Also, make sure you sign up to CFMmovement.com. Post your thoughts, post your ideas for CFM. I'm gonna be doing a series on what Deuce Douglas talks about in this article, and we'll go from there. So guys, let's jump into some live. Whoa, what's this? PlayStation Now? Nah. Let me sign in. Oh. My man Kenny Chambers. Just gonna play with randoms a little bit. Like I said, I'm not gonna stay on long. I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, show me some love. Appreciate that, Stanley. As my man Sim Football Critic would say, it takes nothing. It costs you nothing to subscribe and stick that like button. Go ahead and create a chat real quick. Again, it takes nothing for you to stick that like button, subscribe to the channel. Yo, big shout out to Joe Baxter, the latest member of Shop Nation. Welcome, Joe. Appreciate ya. Give me that ball. Oh. Playing with ball hogs. Oh. For me, it's probably gonna be Xbox. Feel bad for them. Dang. This time I jump. This dude Roger gonna go straight to the cup. What? He got a pass? Oh, you going to what's up, Reggie? Bang bang. Shoot. Shoot. Goodness. Too selfish. What's up, Chris? Good job, bro. May the CFM movement continue strong so EA can feel us. No, get that crap out of here. Alright, have a good one, Chris. Appreciate you stopping by, man. I ain't got no rebounds, nothing. Oh, you know he gonna take it. Give me the rebound. There we go. I see you. Give me the assist. Alright. Yo guys, if you have NBA Live 16, you want to run with me, make sure you hit me up. MW Shop. Gotta fix my green screen. I got it. I got it. Oh, give me that. There we go. Oh my goodness. Should have blocked that. Dang. Oh. Oh. Oh, connection loss. Hey, they did not want me to get that win. Oh, hold on. Make sure my dude in here. Almost forgot you, Reggie. They do, Marvin. They need to get it done and step up the game. Come on, Reggie, get up in here, man. I'm trying to run. Resend it. All right. Oh, there you go.
What's going on, Shop?
Hey, what's up, man? What system am I going with Madden this year? Probably Xbox and PS4. I'll probably do my CFM on PS4. Hey, join my session, Florida.
Okay.
Oh, we on opposite sides. I'm gonna have to put work on, Mr. Florida. I have a PS4 Pro, Shane, but I don't have the Xbox Pro, whatever they call it. I don't know what the Scorpion is what they call it. I don't know.
That Scorpio don't come out to November the 7th. The newest one out is Xbox One S.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Come on, stop asking for the ball. Get the crap out of here. Too big in there, fellas. Get that out of here. There you go. Come on. Shoot the ball. I'm not throwing alley-oops and stuff. Oh.
That's the ball.
I am streaming on Twitch, C-Dub. Oh.
He's not close to the rim, dog. So good, man.
Shoot it. There we go. So. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, say it. Come on, say it. Hey y'all, hold on. My son wants to say something to you guys. Come on. Come on, look into the camera.
This hurts my soul.
No, don't say it like that.
How am I supposed to say it?
Don't say it.
Lonzo Ball is going to be a bust in the NBA.
I'm glad you finally admitted that. Have a nice day. Leave.
3 people around you. Can you pass the ball, please?
No, you know they ain't passing the ball. You know they ain't passing the ball.
That is trash. Oh my God, you doing good, man. Look at that one shit. I ain't shit. I ain't even that one to do things. I ain't even. I want to pass the ball.
There you go, set up assist.
I let him make it.
Florida, you just need to come to the winning side, man.
Jelly?
I ain't even trying to play. That's the crazy part. I ain't even trying to play defense. Look, watch he pull up the 3. Watch it. Pass the ball. Can you pass the ball? Right here. Can you pass the ball, please?
No, he still got his dribble. He ain't gonna pass the ball. Now he gonna pass the ball.
Can you pass the ball, please? Can I have the ball?
No, get that out of here.
I'm gonna just let
Don't get under here. Don't get under here. Florida, you did.
You take forever too.
No, you're not gonna take the 5 second.
I don't even care. I don't care. I don't want to pass me the ball. I'm going to play just like that. I'm going to play always just like that. I'm going to make them taste what it feel like to be a ball home.
There you go. Oh, shoot that. Oh, come on. Why are you running out of bounds? Oh my goodness. Hey, Florida, have you even taken a shot yet? Have you even taken a shot yet?
They haven't given me the ball yet.
Oh my goodness.
Brick.
I put him on his butt.
Tell him, boy.
Here you go. Oh, that shit is still. He gonna pull up. This man Florida just sitting in the corner all by himself. Man looked like he got punished.
Can I get the ball? Can I get the ball?
Alright, come on, fellas. We only need 1 basket. Let's not blow it. What? He got the ball. Uh-oh. But he got the ball. Don't come in here, Florida. They said that was my man. Oh.
Don't shoot that. Don't shoot that. Don't. I just said don't shoot the ball.
They don't listen to you.
He go up and shoot a brick, a cold brick. No, buddy. That's not your lane.
Game time, shoot.
That is not your lane. You got it. What are you doing?
Oh my goodness.
I got a big man with no dribble. They should not have any big man on here with dribble. Brick.
Oh my.
Can I get the ball, please? Can I get the ball, please?
I got you. Game time. There you go. About time. Goodness.
D-Roll over the jersey, he sucked. Old boy over there, the high white socks, he garbage. Like, what makes cats think NBA 2K is just like NBA Live? I could just shoot, I could off balance shot, and I'ma still make it. I got badges. No, error has occurred, so I'm going to go to your name in the party.
Oh, okay. It's counting down. It's at 20. Oh, there you go. Okay. You on the right side.
That trash over there on the other end over there, boy. I need to start check y'all play at PS4s and throw them across the expressway.
Hey, Leak, where did you see that at? I've been saying that for the longest, that James Harden was going to be covered. Just because he had, like, the highest overall.
I've been hearing about James Harden being a cover athlete. On Twitter? Okay, let me go look. But some cats be lying. They just want you to go look.
Right. Let's see here.
You go to the official people.
There you go.
That's how you play team basketball. Some cats don't know that.
Exactly. That's me. No.
Cold brick.
Oh, you see the fake? I thought I gave it to you.
Oh, I don't see it on NBA Live that no James Harden because of that. So we gotta be
Oh, there we go.
You ain't get it from the actual EA people that he's the live cover athlete, then somebody lying. Not take the ball from this scrub. Good block. Boy.
Oh my goodness, how is this little dude getting the ball? Oh, no way. No, little man. Oh. Oh.
Brick.
Hey, I can't buy nothing. Hey, Clutch, what's your PSN name? I forgot. Oh man,
Brick.
they got a heist box over there. There you go. Bang bang. There we go.
Run him out of the game.
Where are you going, dude?
Run him out of the game.
No.
Get out of here. Stop that.
Not really. Bang bang.
Bang bang.
Oh!
Why they do me like that? 52%? Come on, G. That guy broke right there.
No.
Get that out of
Get
here.
it out of here, little man. All right, I got you like.
Look at LeVar Ball over here.
Yeah, that's exactly who I always say he is, LeVar Ball. No. Bang bang. Oh.
Come on, guys. Don't do me like that tonight, man. The left my hand is right. Oh, he's boy.
You already know once to get to him, it ain't going to nobody else. Ah, I could not get that rebound.
You sit sitting right there down there like that. Oh my God, I'm broke tonight. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm broke tonight. Wait,
No.
what are you doing, boy?
This dude is like 0 for 6.
I'm gonna play team ball, man. I ain't finna, you welcome.
You better take it, dude. Don't pass it. You might not get it back. No. Oh, that was blocked. Oh.
I hate when they do that animation and you just press one button. That's the same thing I did on the other one over there. Talking about I did a bad thing. You can't take the ball. Get that out of here. Rick.
Oh, man. There you go. Oh.
Oh my God, cuz, what are you doing?
I tried to get out of his way. They was holding me. Break. Hey, this dude got 8 rebounds.
You up?
There we go.
See, with me, if I don't see it, if I can't make the shot, I'm gonna pass it out. Some people just figure they can just make the shot and just get all up in there like that. But
There we go.
if I see if I can get there, if I see myself can get there, I get there. If I can't get there, I'm gonna pass the ball on. I'm too small for that. Some cats, you seen the cats that come up shooting. I'm just gonna shoot and see if I can make a three.
Yep.
Buddy.
All right, hold on. Let me get lightning in here.
Hey, keep my daughter in your prayers too, shot man. We got surgery for a hernia. You know when when your baby first, but the belly button stick out.
Yeah.
Yeah, my little girl getting the surgery Monday morning.
Oh man.
That's where I be at.
All right, I'll definitely keep her in my prayers, man. I had a hernia surgery.
They say it's gonna be an hour, but
yeah.
But you know you gotta prep and everything else like that there. So.
What's your little girl's name?
Money. I got a little boy and a little girl, Amani and Amari.
Oh, okay. Everybody join my session.
I'm in the.
Oh dang, you on the other side.
Oh, why would they put me on it? Oh my God, come on, live. Why you put me on the side with a bunch of cats that the Glow Gang 413 and KSI 638?
I was about to say, probably if you back out and try to come back in. Yeah, come in now. Oh, dang, they pushed. Somebody came in right before you did. Uh-oh, there go my dude, Young Apprentice.
Yeah. Your boy Young Apprentice in there, lightning flashing them boys. JCT Steezy. That green shirt on. Let me take that shirt off, man. That's too hot for that out there.
Hey, man, that man just trying to stand out.
Some cats was playing, what's her name? The Destiny beta. See, I ain't no Destiny person, but from what I seen, it looked good.
It does look good.
You know, I ain't a Destiny player, but you know, I wasn't taking a shot at it when the beta come out. I think Friday.
Oh, the beta come out Friday?
The beta was the day for like pre-orders, like for Xbox.
Oh.
No, it was for PS4 today, Xbox tomorrow, and open beta is Friday.
That's what I need. Somebody need to hit me up with a PS4 beta.
That boy got on LeBron James jersey with the socks with these ugly legionnaires. Nike's on his feet.
Oh.
Man, what you doing? Ooh, generic Nike. Right here doing things.
Dang. He did that 2K move. That's all. Let's go. Let's go. Down.
Okay.
There we go. There we go, Kenny Chambers.
Big boy. Big, no, big boy. No.
No, get that out of here.
No.
No, get that out of here.
Oh my God, you had 3 cracks at it. 3 strikes and you out of there, baby.
Oh, there we go.
He ain't gonna get the ball, but you got another 99 on the table already.
Oh, I'm gonna get Apprentice the ball.
Hey, inside them boys not gonna pass this ball.
There you go, Apprentice.
Don't feel bad, Apprentice. These boys ain't passing the ball. Don't feel bad, 'cause I ain't get a touch yet.
Got LeBron James on your team. What you talking about, man?
Right.
Ah.
This is why I play with people I know. Like, this don't make no sense, man.
Oh. Shoot. Oh, my goodness. There you go.
God, I'm gonna get air space, and they gave it to him still.
There you go. I told you he was gonna get it all.
Yeah, really. Bruh, no, man. Live 18 gonna make some cats don't want to play. Why? Because. Buddy.
Oh, come on. You gotta give me that.
Can I get the ball, please? What was that? Oh my God.
Bang, bang.
I ain't even gonna get at it.
Oh, Prentice. Come on, Prentice. You sold me out. Oh, my goodness.
Exploit. Ain't in 18, so you better get used to it in 16, because it ain't in there.
Yeah.
I done seen some cats pull out of you by the air. I done seen it. Too little up money that little man. Too little up money that little man.
Watch yourself, little man.
Can I get the ball?
Yo, LeBron.
Can I get a touch?
Watch yourself.
Appreciate it.
Oh.
I appreciate you. I get a touch. I appreciate it.
That was Mr. Florida?
Anytime. You know I'm open out there with a glass of lemonade, some grass. I'm not ready.
No.
No, big man. That's not your game. Come on, bro. Bro.
Oh, come on. No, get that out of here. Where you at, Apprentice?
That's not your game, bro.
Oh.
No, bro.
Hey, he was way out there.
That
Oh,
is so funny.
pick.
Oh my God, flop like these cats is funny. No, bro, it's not your
Oh.
And he still got it. Lord have mercy. That's why I say I might mess around and get me a what's the name, defender and a rim protector, because it's gonna be hard, man. Those goals, bro. These cats doing this good. They gonna be like that at 18. Bro.
Yeah.
I'm mess around and get me a rim protector. That's gonna be my.
What's up, Paris?
Make 2 of them. Can you make like 2
Ah.
of them too?
Dang, that was my dude. Got caught looking at the chat.
Ain't gonna get nobody in life. He don't give a damn if he fell out about the whole thing. He's still gonna go out there and he don't care.
There you go. Now let's play some D.
One of these cats gonna find a way to mess the game. Watch. somebody gonna poop on the game. Why?
Oh.
I gotta see what's wrong with my party chat volume. I can't hear nothing. I can hear you talking, but it sounds like it's low. Party chat. Them boys are not going crazy. They told that boy him a no switch mode. You can hear me, Chop?
What'd you say?
I said they told that boy him no smoke. Boy in the game chat, he said he want no smoke.
Oh yeah, so I see where. So it looks like iMav put out a video.
Say iMav?
Yeah, iMaverick. You know who he is? So I know he got flown out to. I think he got flown out to wherever they were doing the cover shoot. I don't know.
Okay, let me find. I think I got him too. iMav. Dion does, right?
Yep, at Dion does. Yep. I'm going to his YouTube page. It's not loading up for me. Does he got anything? Because I saw.
I don't see. I'm going to his YouTube page. I see basically what I see. Might see. Let me see. I didn't see him post nothing.
Yeah, I don't see him post anything. But like, so I follow this Twitter by Gaming Tailgate, and they posted the Houston Rockets James Harden will be EA Sports NBA 18 cover athlete, and then they got a URL to their thing, to their forum, and it says, revealed in a behind-the-scenes video from YouTuber iMaverick, James Harden will be the NBA Live 18 cover athlete. Harden was previously on cover of NBA 2K16. We are expecting an official announcement video and perhaps more from EA Sports on Wednesday or later this week. This story will be updated as necessary, and they posted the video, but the video is not available anymore. So I wonder if
I'm looking at his Twitter. I'm trying to find his Twitter.
Yeah, see it.
Okay, it says so. James Harden is okay. Trap Swish said it too.
Oh really? What's his thing?
Trap Swish. He said that James Harden is the cover boy. I'm finna go on his Twitter and see. He just saying that he don't have a link to it. Let me go to somebody else. Okay, Prime said it too.
Oh, Prime said it too? Yeah, see, I wonder if Dion wasn't supposed to release it yet. Maybe that's why he took down the whatchamacallit.
I'm also looking on James Harden page too. I don't see it yet. Because that's who I follow too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, somebody sent me a URL for the live.
I'm going to YouTube.com. The video has been removed by the user. So I think he removed the video from his what's the name?
Yeah.
I think he removed it from his YouTube.
Yeah, I think
what it looks like. He removed it from his YouTube.
Yeah, see, I followed the Live King, and he said, damn, they took the video down real quick. I'm getting all these messages now. Hold on. Dang.
Okay, Swaggy Leno. Okay, Prime retweeted it. Somebody named Connor Gunter.
Connor Gunter. Yeah, he's
He
like one of the
said,
EA devs.
mhm. And yeah, he said something about it too.
Oh, really? If he said something about it, then
He said that James Harden is the cover guy. So Dion, aka Maverick, he it said what Dion, it said what he said. He got a chance to meet him.
oh, that's what Dion said.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So it says he got a chance to meet James Harden.
Mhm. But
Which
he said one of the devs, what his name is, Connor Gunter. He said that James Harden is the official cover guy.
Oh, that's what's up. Trying to think of how you spell that dude's name.
Gunter. Let me see something. Cause I think I retweeted it. Let me go to Prime page, cause I thought I retweeted it, but I didn't. Okay, it's Connor, Cornell. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, Cornell.
C-O-R Cornell Gunter.
Yeah, yeah. He's one of the devs.
Mhm. Live 18. My person ain't gonna be that small, man. The hell is that? You in the game over there or no?
Yeah, I'm in the game.
I see my name on it, but I don't see like the circle.
I don't even see your name under it.
Oh my god, I can't even control myself.
You sure you in there?
No, I'm in there. Florida 305. I see it. I can't feel myself moving there. Oh, it's froze. Yeah, it froze me out. I got an error.
No, it's a big man down there.
Yeah, I ain't got an error. So once y'all done, I fix it.
Oh. No way. Come on. Don't treat me like that. Oh, good strip. That's the first time I've seen the strip going up.
Yeah, last time I stripped somebody when we played against y'all that night. And I stripped what's his name going up. The last time I seen him.
Dang. Are you serious? Oh. Cookies. Buckets. So that's not you, Mr. Floyd?
Not me at all. I ain't got an error.
Oh. Alright, well we up 19-11.
Sosa is something way over there, man. What he doing over there? Sosa running live, bro.
Oh, Sosa on live, bro? Well, it's 12:04. I'm about to
get in the lobby, but I ain't in there no more. I got out of there.
Yeah, I'm about to get out of here. Past my bedtime. I gotta.
Huh?
I say I gotta go, man.
Oh, you want to get off?
Yeah, I'm about to get off.
Yeah, okay.
All right, man. Well, I'll talk to you
later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Later, Lightning. Alright guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you stick that like button, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate y'all joining another great episode of Game Changers Live. I had a lot of fun. Some technical difficulties, but we'll get it straightened out. Appreciate y'all. I will check y'all guys out tomorrow. I'll be streaming some tomorrow during the day. So make sure you check me out. Probably be playing some live run, or if I get the Destiny beta, probably be doing that as well. So guys, appreciate y'all. I'm out. Peace.